Welcome back, Airbnb family. So we've been talking a lot about interior design, and we've been talking a lot about setting up multiple properties on this channel. We've covered a bunch, and there's one question that a lot of you have asked over and over again, which is it better to do what I do and set up as many units as possible that look identical? Should I buy generic furniture to save money? Or should I try to go for these unique spaces or theme them, right? My answer to you is actually both. You should do both, but you should do them within reason. So the point of the moral of the story here that I want to give you is it's about novelty. You want your listings to be different than anyone else's. So, for example, if you've got a bunch of people who have made their listings look extremely feminine or extremely masculine or very much corporate, a lot of squares or whatever, you want to make sure that your listings look different because you want to get more clicks on your listing, and the clicks is what leads to SEO, and you're going to perform well. Also, when you're unique, you'll get more people that book you because you just kind of pop out of the crowd. But on the other side of that coin is if every single listing that you make is like drastically different, then if you ever have to move a person, you're going to have to convince them to like the look of your new space, one, and it is more expensive to buy stuff to make sure absolutely everything looks unique, right? You can't buy two of the same couch. You can't buy two of the same pieces of artwork. So how do you blend both together? How do you make them both work? Well, you come up with a unique idea for your space. For example, let's look at my Richardson properties that I just set up in Northeast Dallas. I themed the bedrooms, and as you can see in the photos I'm about to give you here, that we're using Mediterranean-style fishing nets and these white mosquito nets that come down the top of the king beds, and the browns and the blues. By using this, I've created a look for this one bedroom that is unique compared to anybody else's bedroom. It's not a generic bedroom, but all 5 units look the same. So if I ever need to move somebody from one to the other, they look the same in the bedroom, so I don't really have to convince somebody to move on there. The living rooms are almost identical as well, but the space itself also looks unique. In Dallas, though, at other properties, I don't have that same look, right? So at this one building, I need to move somebody, I can do it at this one building. But if you go to another one of my properties in Trinity Groves or the medical center, those all have their own unique look too. So I'll do 4 or 5 apartments that all look the same. Because on a micro level, I can shuffle people around like a hotel, but I want every property to kind of have its own look, because if somebody's looking at all of Dallas, I don't want somebody looking at the medical center, seeing my stuff, and then looking in Richardson and seeing the same stuff and becoming uninterested. I want as many clicks as I possibly can, but I also want to manage the duplication of my listings, right? The tip for you here is you can lower your costs by buying a lot of the same stuff if you set up multiple units like me. And you can buy the same couches generally and get away with it. You can buy the same main pieces that are hardest to find and get away with it. And then when you do a new property, kind of come up with a new theme. And the bonus of theming here is that you can actually complete a space for a little bit less money than normal. Because the Mediterranean style fishing net I showed you, or the mosquito net for the bedroom, this headboard, they are inexpensive. But everything comes together in a way that looks good or looks congruent. And that's how we come in at budget. If you buy separate pieces and try to make it look good without actually having an idea of your design, you'll buy things that look good individually, and those are expensive, right? So your total budget to come into this one property is going to be too much. And then you try to theme everything like that exact one unit and buy 4 or 5 of all those, everything is now suddenly inflated 4 or 5x over budget. Make sense? So look at the kits that I have for the bedroom and the living room, and you'll see that a lot of the stuff that I'm looking at is not expensive. I don't recommend you duplicating mine, per se, but you can definitely take the moral of the story here and start to come up with your own themes. I would recommend choosing 1 or 2 solid colors that you kind of stick with for the bedroom or for the living room, and you can create more continuity by using similar colors, and that's where I would start. Then go with the big pieces, try to find the harder to find stuff that is going to be more expensive because it's a couch, find stuff like that, and then center your design around those, right? And then from there, just trickle it on down, because artwork and those embellishments shouldn't be too expensive, but really pop and make the space. So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching Airbnb Automated, and I will see you on the other side.